Hello and welcome to not a day in the life vlog because I'm not usually sick, but a lazy vlog, a low-key vlog, a nothing vlog. If that appeals to you, stick around. I am sick. I was hoping not to get sick and then I definitely got sick. I wasn't going to vlog, but I really don't want to get behind on my content, and so I'm just gonna be putting something small up. Whatever today is the content today. What I want to do is relax, and so I'm not putting pressure on this vlog. I'll have other content up. I've got lots of things in the works, and so I just need to get better so that I can do all of those things. Today is March 8th. I don't have a busy March, but my April is like jam-packed. I have 2 visitors coming who I am very excited for. I'm gonna keep it under wraps for right now just because like I have so much excitement to see them that I am afraid of something falling through. So I'm like just not gonna jinx it. You'll see them if you see them, but I'm very excited. I have friends visiting and I need to get better by the time they get here because I just want to have fun with them. March is kind of in preparation for April, so I'm gonna do a bit of putzing around, maybe a bit of productive stuff, but I'm really just taking it easy today. I started painting my nails and that's when I realized what excellent content that might be. God, I sound sick. I sound sick to me. I'm gonna go ahead and finish painting my nails, watch some YouTube, have some pho, which is like my go-to sick food. Anytime I'm feeling under the weather, I go with pho. And then I'll just excuse you. Yeah, and then I'll go from there. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but we'll probably read. So I guess this could be a reading vlog. I don't want to lie.
Hello everybody. Hey cousins. How's your mind? How's your body? How's your heart? I hope that you're doing well. Welcome and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video.
Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. So February was a bit of a mixture as far as reading goes.
Ready for some more old school April intel? I am back with more info for you guys.
This is going to be called the Indie April Readathon, which will be a month-long readathon, and the whole goal of this readathon is to read as much as possible from indie authors.
I know what I'm gonna do today. Oh, here's my nails, by the way. Pinkish, kind of hoping for spring in order to be productive and low-key. I'm gonna watch a whole bunch of readathon videos. I just watched 2, and I'm going to come up with some prompts for something that's happening very soon. This is not an official announcement, but I only really have 1 readathon, and I'm very excited for it, and we're doing like a low-key version. We being me and Soleil, who co-host Draconathon. This is just not an official announcement, but I'm kind of low-key mentioning it, so it's kind of an announcement. If you participate in Draconathon or want to read dragon books in April, I'm gonna go ahead and link some information down below. The Instagram is usually where we update people, and then we have a Fable account. Discord will also be updated. Rachel is a fantastic mod in there, and so we'll make sure she has up-to-date information, and me and Soleil will officially announce Draconathon. I'm sick. I'm delusional. I shouldn't be mentioning any of this, but it's what I'm going to be doing today, and I don't know when this vlog will go up, so maybe I'll have already announced it. I'm going to do some research for that and start coming up with prompts so we can celebrate dragons next month. Okay, I still have to get these prompts okayed by Soleil and get her prompts and things like that. If you want a little bit of a sneak peek, what I'm pulling from is the Indie April Read. This is hosted by Angel Can't Read. I will go ahead and link them down below and their announcement. They're just reading indie authors throughout April, and you know, they'll have that information. And then I'm also pulling from Buzzwordathon, which that should just give you one of the prompts if you know about Buzzwordathon. If you don't know about Buzzwordathon, I'll link Kayla's video down below, Books and Lala. And then I am also going to be pulling from Old School April, which is like a nostalgia readathon. Those are some of the different prompt areas I'm pulling from. If you have any readathons you're participating in April, let me know, and I and Soleil can look into them, but we'll probably have an announcement out. I'm going rogue right now, and I shouldn't be, but you know, Soleil's used to me. Oh my god, talking is awful. Probably listening to me is also awful. I'm sorry, guys. I think I'm going to take a break from vlogging, and I'm going to take a break from doing productive-y things, and I'm actually going to read. I'm currently reading an ebook right now, and that is Caraway of the Sea by Madeline Burgett. So far, it's really good. I'm a few chapters in, and so I'm just going to relax, read the ebook copy. This book is wild. wild. Pirates are wild. I haven't read very many pirate books, but can I just say absolutely unhinged characters, which it feels right to me, absolutely. I guess this wouldn't be a spoiler because it happens in the first chapter. Someone dies in the first chapter and something just happened in the third. The author definitely went there. I'm really enjoying this. It's very easy to read. I feel like I'm getting to know Caraway each chapter, and there's so much to do with like control here. Her brother is incredibly controlling. Like, he is driving me nuts. His name's Marcel. Caraway's his sister, and Marcel is the captain of this ship. Everyone very much so respects Marcel, and everyone follows Marcel's directions because he's the captain, but he is incredibly controlling and you could say like protective of Caraway. It's hit after hit after hit with this guy. I would love to throw him overboard. Yeah, that's what I've been reading so far. Absolutely ruthless. Another thing I'll say about this book is she's not shying away from the pirates just being pirates. There's brothels, brawls, arguments. They're very rough and tumble. It's not like pirate light, I guess. They feel like pirates. They don't feel, I guess the term would be morally sound. So I feel like it's kind of fun in that way because I feel like I can just kind of relax out of my morals. Does that make sense? That sounds really bad. Since they're all pirates, it's kind of like, yeah, you know, oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that person's dead. They're pirates. The fighting in this is also quite good. All right, tea break. Okay, I have more tea. I'm also going to be taking some medication. You don't need to know this, but in case you're visiting Japan and you get sick, I mean, I can tell you what I usually use. First, we have this. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. This is pretty much just cold and flu medicine. It's worked for me in the past. Take 2 every 4 hours. I'm not a medical doctor. Then for my throat, there's lots of different cough drops here. Kafunsho is like allergy season. People get really bad like hay fever here, just like constantly icy cough drops. But the Vicks medical drops were specifically recommended to me by a pharmacist at my local drugstore. They feel like they work really well, so I'm just taking one of these. Also, I figured since this is like a sick vlog, I would go over the vitamins I take every day. If you don't care about this, don't worry, I have timestamps. I take 1 D3 vitamin. This supports bone, teeth, muscle health, and immune system, which I'm fighting a cold, so I don't know how well this is working, but I take one every day. I also do super fish oil 1 a day, magnesium twice a day. This has helped my skin so much. I know you can't tell because like I do have some scarring, but I actually don't have any active breakouts right now. And I have noticed a strong correlation between me taking magnesium twice a day and vitamin C with rosehip twice a day. I'm not saying that'll work for you. I'm just saying I have really bad acne, and right now I don't have any acne, and every time I've run out of these 2, I've specifically noticed a flare-up, and every time I'm regularly taking this without forgetting, I notice a calm down. This is an overshare. I'm also on my period, and like, yeah, this is usually the time where I have my biggest flare-ups, and I'm not having them, and I have been taking these consistently. And then finally, folic acid I also take twice a day. I will say this is the first time I've been sick in like 2 years. I'm not even exaggerating. I haven't had a sore throat. I had to buy a new package of these because I thought that they might be expired. So yeah, the reason I'm sick now, we're pretty sure my partner went out to dinner and someone at dinner had mentioned that they had been fighting this pretty exclusively. It feels a lot like COVID, I'm not gonna lie, just want it to pass, and I'm just trying not to think about it. So manifesting the fact that this is not COVID and that it's going to be over soon. But apparently it was pretty bad and they were still fighting it off when they gave it to my partner at dinner. This was a fairly like concentrated circumstance. I normally don't get sick and it's been really nice. I didn't realize how much I was sick in the US until I came here in the middle of the virus. Came here and the only time I ever got it is when I went abroad. It's really normalized here to wear masks when you're not feeling well, just as like both a courtesy and because like you just don't want to spread it around, especially with your coworkers whenever we're just not feeling well or have a sore throat or a cough, even like just a little bit of a stuffy nose. You throw a mask on because if your coworker's out the next day, that's just more work for you. So it doesn't even have to be empathy based. it's pretty empathy based, but it doesn't have to be, and that's been super appreciated. The students as well will wear masks if they're not feeling well, and they'll stay home if they're not feeling well. That's just kind of been how it's been jiving for me, and it's worked out really well. This feels like a rarity. Drink some tea, and I think I'm just gonna watch a crap show. I haven't watched the newest episode of Love is Blind. I am watching that. If you watch Love is Blind, I'll not give any spoilers, but speaking of controlling sibling dynamics, is that not a running theme in this season? Like, what in the hell? I'm all for a good sibling dynamic, but chill. My god, I won't spoil anything, but there were 2 points I was like, good, yes, absolutely, and 1 point where I knew that this would happen, and the fact that it did really irks me because I just was feeling, I don't want to spoil anything, so I was feeling one way, but I had the aching suspicion that this would happen, and then it did. I'm just annoyed for some of these individuals not being able to just have their own opinion and their own story. Someone has to, like, insert themselves. Anyway, okay, none of this is important. This whole day is unimportant. Don't spoil anything, but if you have a crap show you watch, I'm always looking for recommendations. Something where it's low impact for me, but I can still be invested in it. It also doesn't have to be dating shows. I really liked The Mole and The Trust. These are both Netflix shows. The Mole is like one person out of the group is sabotaging these different challenges you do, and they're trying to gain money. The Mole's job is to try and get them less money, while they all try and work together to get more money, and then one person wins at the end. That dynamic is super interesting to me. I love the sociology aspects of watching people try and be altruistic while also being individualistic, and then someone just straight up sabotaging. The other one was The Trust, and that one's pretty much, it's another type of kind of lying show, but they're lying about who they are, and they have to trust each other to work together, but they all have these fake backgrounds and things like that. I was rooting for this one person, and they won. I especially loved that show because it was wild. I just like shows about people where they're put into situations outside of their comfort zone. My grandma's always called them crap shows, and I've taken on the mantle. If you have any crap show recommendations, hit me up. I'm hoping I'm not sick long, but I always like to have a backlog. I know I'm sick at home because I'm about to watch It Ends With Us, and there is no other circumstance I would have watched this movie. Wait, I'm gonna make this fancy. Since Blake Lively said that this was a floral event, I'm gonna go ahead and pour my emergency vitamins into a wine glass and add some sparkling water with a hint of lemon. Do it slow, let it breathe. All right, there we are. My fine beverage for this story about an abuse victim. I don't know all of the controversy behind all of this. All I know is that this is a story about someone who has been abused, possibly leaving the relationship, but apparently there's just like lots of drama and controversy around the movie and the production itself, and the book already was controversial. For some people, it's been really important to them. For others, it's been somewhat vile. I'm literally just watching it because I'm sick, and this is the only time I would ever watch it. It's actually really good, very citrusy. I would recommend this if you're sick, definitely. But also just because, you know, vitamin C is important. I'm gonna go ahead and make this super fancy and add a straw.
Strong chair. Been a day.
Okay, I'm gonna make this brief for 2 reasons. First reason, I've never been in a physically abusive partnership. And second, because I'm on a lot of cold medicine. A brief warning that I'm going to be talking a little bit about This Ends With Us and about abuse and what I thought of the movie. This is going to be a brief miniature review of this movie because it was definitely heavy. I was engaged in the movie the entire time, so it did that purpose for me personally, but I also, like, I feel like I can't just, like, be like, anyway, I watched that, and then not mention my thoughts and feelings on this movie. I have a lot of thoughts. There's obviously no ideal relationship that also includes abuse, but I feel like this movie did romanticize quite a bit of a relationship that had abusive elements in it, and it took me a while to pinpoint why, but it really just came down to the fact that Lily, the main character, played by Blake Lively, has a lot of support and communication a lot of people who are abused do not have. Her father abused her heavily, and the beginning of this movie, like, is her not being able to say 5 nice things about him at his funeral, and like, girl fair. But because she has grown up in this abusive space, I was expecting to see more of those coping mechanisms and trauma. I was expecting to see them in her, but she has excellent communication, boundaries, and support. She does rationalize a lot of what he is doing, and that felt realistic, but there was just so many ideal ways of leaving an abusive relationship, especially with Ryle, the guy. He does love bomb her. He's definitely narcissistic, which I do want to point out, not all narcissists are abusers, but a lot of abusers are narcissists, and he does play that role very well. You see him like centering himself in a lot of situations, being very controlling, the jealousy, the physical outbursts even when they're not directed towards her, but it also show his tragic backstory. I feel like rationalizes why he's doing those things alongside Lily already rationalizing. She's rationalizing his behavior, and so is the movie a lot of the time. It didn't flat out excuse the behavior, but it came really close in a lot of areas, and like tonally, there's some just weird moments. This feels romanticized, almost like star-crossed lovers, like we couldn't possibly be together because you're an abuser, but we still have this like loving connection. Too much cough medicine. There's too much cough medicine in my body. I can see how someone would gain hope from this, because seeing someone leave an abusive relationship is fantastic. I want that for anyone who's in an abusive relationship. I feel like the ease in which she was able to do that and the amount of support she had could be damaging to both people who look at that and go, well, those aren't my circumstances, so of course she can leave, but I can't. Or people seeing this and not thinking that it's hard to leave an abusive relationship, or that it's hard but it's also that easy. After she leaves him, wow, this is so spoilery, I'll definitely put some sort of warning. After she leaves him, he like is very calm and even keel most of it. There's definitely some moments where I thought he was going to act out and he doesn't. He's just remorseful. There's a term for this, and I have a degree in psychology and I'm forgetting it, but I'll flash it up on the screen. The cough medicine. I'm blaming this on the cough medicine. It's right there. He doesn't really show any of that. If I hadn't have been vlogging it, I probably would have just never mentioned this movie ever, or that I'd watched it, but I am vlogging it and I did mention it, so like I just felt like I had to kind of say something. Ah, shit, this is already really long. Hopefully I cut it down. Anyway, I'm gonna like decompress differently now. I'm gonna get up, amble around, and then I'll hit you back up later. Evening now. Gonna go ahead and take this off. I've done my allotted amount of time with it. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. Highly recommend moisturizing throughout the day when you're sick. It just, I don't know, something about it. It feels so healing. That mask specifically has aloe in it too, which is literally healing. I should just do those more often. I swear I only do those to pamper myself, and I'm like, why don't I just regularly do masks? If there's a health reason why, again, I'm not a doctor, I'm just sick, and you should tell me if there's a health concern with it. I switched over to, oh, it doesn't say it on the cover. This is the Illumicrate edition, which is really pretty, but this is Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. Would you consider yourself a dabbler or like a focused reader? Because I am definitely a dabbler. I'm reading way too many books right now though. I like having like one focal book, the book that's taking up the majority of my time, but then I dabble, and I've dabbled too deep. I am reading so many different books right now. I'm of course reading Starling House, and then I am a good chunk of the way into The Hedge Witch of Fox Hall, This Woven Kingdom, and Goddess of the River. I'm a mood reader and a dabbler. It's a horrid combination for doing like wrap-ups and stuff like that, and TBRs really. And I'm wondering, because of the Draconathon dragon stuff, if I should be finishing this one in April and just marking it as one of the books I read. Because like, I'm pretty far through this and it would be like an easy win. And I've set it down quite a few times. I got to the 50% mark devilishly quick, but after that I've kind of taken my time with it, and other books have caught my interest. I'm not disinterested. I feel like I could set it down with the temporary promise of picking it up in April so that I can get some of these other books done, because I feel like I'm getting nothing done. But I am reading books. I've finished books in vlogs, but they're not, hold on one second. They're just not registering. It doesn't feel like I'm making any progress because I'm making progress in all of them. Make it make sense. I think I'll also set aside for an easy win the Hedge Witch of Foxhall because this also has a little dragon in it. And then Goddess of the River, I am going to continue reading. I'm just really enjoying this one. It's keeping a nice pace. I'm really interested in the story. Starling House is one I have been reading since Try Chapter Tag as well. It was really fast in the beginning, but I have noticed that I've picked it up less often, and I feel like if I set this book down, I will not finish it. I don't think I should be setting this one aside. What else is on my March TBR? What's the game plan? Nobody told me.
Hello, if my lighting changes throughout this video, it's because I am racing the sun right now, but I really want to get this video filmed, so
Yeah, get to the goods. Oh, yeah! Love and Other Champagne Problems. Oh, that could be fun. Of Hoarfrost and Blood, that's another one I want to pick up too. My partner's calling me with dinner. Hold on. Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Sorry if I'm interrupting.
No, you're good. Sick. I'm getting Oden. Oden, by the way, since this is a sick vlog, Oden is also great for when you're not feeling well. It's also just good for winter. It's such a warm, inviting, actually my favorite Japanese food. Yes, sushi, but also Oden. And Oden doesn't look good. I cannot sell this to you. I understand that. I just have to let you know that it's worth eating, worth trying, and it's so healthy and delicious, nourishing when you feel bad or sick or cold. Literally head cold or physically cold. Absolutely love Oden, and I'm looking forward to it. What else was I saying? You know what? I don't know if it matters. Right now, I'm reading Starling House. Okay, my partner's gonna come back with dinner. We'll probably watch something. Right now we're watching White Lotus. It's really good. It's an HBO original, I believe, though, so if you don't have access to HBO, I don't know if you can watch it legally. And I guess I'll just probably end this vlog here, right? Because, like, there's nothing really else to do when you're sick besides eat, sleep, read, watch TV, and medicate yourself. So that's pretty much it for my evening. Sorry that this is a sick vlog. I guess I'm not talking to you if you skipped it, but I would understand someone skipping it. I hope you're feeling well, and not sick. But if you made it this far into the video, go ahead and, if you can, leave the Oden emoji. It looks like this. Go ahead and leave me the Oden emoji. If you can't, go ahead and leave me like a cup noodle or something like that. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching. I hope I feel better soon. But whether I do or not, I hope you're enjoying the sun or more stars wherever you are. And until next time, bye!